Happy Easter! We hope you enjoy the crafts we came up with this month. When you open your packets, for those of you that received them, remember that all those little parts and Easter grass and everything in there becomes a craft. Before we open our green eggs and see what's inside of there, I wanted to mention that I sent in your craft packets, I sent beads, and Darren put a jump ring on these cute, I love these little bunnies on a bicycle Easter charms that I thought you could have a little fun with. Inside your craft package, you will find a green egg. Yours has tape on the side because I didn't want to get crushed in the mail and come open. What's inside? Ooh, green eggs and let's see if I can get this open. Some of you will have different colors. I got these in different colors. I thought it would be fun. But I love these sequins that turn colors. Green eggs and ham. And what is this? What could this be? Green eggs and ham. And this must be a hat in red and white. Whose would it be? Could it be a certain cat's? Yes, this is going to be like the Dr. Seuss cat's hat. And it'll come like this and just cut along the lines, saving the outside for the brim and the inside for the top. Cut very carefully, cut around each line. Then, when you get that done, take your piece of white after it's cut and measure out how much of a stovepipe, that's what they call them in hats, the stovepipe, you will need. Okay, so you've got this part cut out, which means you knew we needed scissors. I should have said this earlier. This is polar fleece that you can buy in any fabric store. And for those of you that did not get a packet, I took a vitamin jar. And I used the bottom part for the outside of the brim, and for the fashion doll sized heads, I used a quarter. For the superheroes, I used the cap for the inside because they have a bigger head. You are going to need red thread and a needle and some time. You're also going to need a straight edge. Before you cut your stovepipe piece, you're going to need to mark it for your red ribbon, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just using a book. You can use a ruler or anything else, and you want to do that real lightly. Now, the cat in the hat's hat has 3 stripes of red. We're going to do 2. There's probably enough ribbon in your packet to go ahead and do 3. If you want to do 3, do 3. I'm doing 2. I have taken my stove top piece and I put it inside of the hat and I cut it down. Now you want to be careful not to cut that too short. It is better too long than too short, so be careful with that as you go. And we need to start the ribbon. Personally, I would not cut this. I would start it at one end and cut it off after you've sewn that down on the line. Okay, so I sewed down my 2 hat stripes and I added a bow. There was leftover. It's Barbie, it's cute. Okay, find the best side of your hat brim, and if you have ink mark, turn that over. And then put your stovepipe inside the hat brim. And don't sew up the back just yet. And then sew that, I'm using white thread, all the way around the brim. Okay, when you get back around to the back of your hat and you're working this around, take your finger and hold all three pieces in. See how I'm doing that? I'm holding that together so that I continue sewing all the way to the end. Okay, so your hat brim is sewed down. Leaving this open, turn your hat inside out very gently, because if you put a bow on there or if your ribbon is loose, it won't be as easy. Okay, and what you're going to do is start adding your top to your hat past where it folds over, and then just sew that all the way around. Okay, when you get around, you need to run your finger up inside your hat. You need to line it all up, including your ribbon on the back. Line that up and then continue as best you can, sewing that on around and knotting it down. Okay, once you got that finished, line up your ribbon and just take a seam right down there, right along there, and turn your hat back inside right. So here's your Easter Barbie with her green eggs and ham, as well as her cat hat. And I did want to say, if you wanted to use other things around the hat, you certainly could. You know, you could use rickrack or beads or, you know, come up with something on your own. Inside this packet, you're going to find a little dress, an egg with bling in it, For God so loved the world, he gave his only son, John 3:16, fun sign for Barbie, and some grass. The grass goes inside your egg chair when we make it. And then Barbie, or your fashion doll, has a more cushiony seat. Okay, so we've got the bling here. Sometimes you have to take these little dresses and pull them around to center. And I just thought that would be cute to add a piece here. And just cut that off. And I'm going to put that, these kind of come in a row. The others are singles. So we'll pull that off. Straighten the dress again so you can get down to the seam. Put that around the waist. And then I thought it'd be cute to add a couple of these little blings. For like a kind of like a belt buckle, if you will. And then I was going to see if we could arch this and cut it so that it makes a little dress. Now, you have your bling and you can do anything you want. You don't always have to do the crafts the way I'm doing the crafts. It's just a suggestion. Uh-oh, the sticky stuff kind of came off with that in. Let's go at it a different way. It's probably my bear paws. There we go. And then you have to pull the dress around again. Always keep that kind of straight. And add that as a belt. Oh, I got a little crooked. See? Sometimes crafts take more than one sweep. I'm not getting that well. See if I can do it upside down. Okay, if I start there, come up and around, and then back down over here. There you go. Kind of a fancy crown belt. I just wanted to remind you, I know you know how to do this easily, but I wanted to remind you that we did Darren put larger jump rings on there so that it would slide, and to put in, oh, look at that, I almost lost it, a good knot, making sure all your beads were down to your first knot, and there you go, there is your necklace. I found this cute Easter print fabric at a garage sale, and I got, I don't know, a couple yards for like $1/4. I always buy it when I see it like that because I can use it later. And I came up with this idea of a wraparound skirt for this month's Barbie, or Barbie's friend is what I call her, but I like this doll. She's really cute. And so this is how we're going to make this very simple hand sewn wraparound Easter skirt. And what we're going to do is you start with a piece of fabric, and when you're working with these fashion dolls, with these 11.5, 12-inch fashion dolls, you want small print. If it were big print, you'd only have like one flower here and another partial flower there, so you want this tiny print. The smaller the better. And I took a dessert plate, and I'm drawing a circle around it like we have in the past, only this time we're going to do it a little different. There is the circle that I drew on. So for those of you with a packet, this is what you have, a square with a circle drawn on it, and you just very carefully cut out to the inside of the pin mark, i.e. so the pin mark is not on your dress. Although we are if it's on, it's not a problem because, oh, come on scissors, because we're going to sew lace around the edge like this one is done. And we're going to take that all the way around the edge, and I'm going to do it by hand. It's a very simple thing to do. And then we're going to sew a small with ribbon on it. Okay, and then, as we always do now, this doll that we're making the skirt for is a little thicker. So we want to take a little bit extra for her so that it goes around her waist. Then we're going to do something a little different. This time we're going to cut a chunk out of the fabric, just less than 1/4 of the circle we're going to cut out. So this is what you'll have. For your wraparound Barbie skirt, take yellow thread or any color. When I just suggest because it's the best color, but it doesn't matter. You want to turn these over and sew on each side. Just like that. Just sew that down. Take your ribbon out of your packet, and remember that there is a front and a back to ribbon. The back side has thread through it that you can see. And start at one side, just like we did in the November crafts for the apron. You just sew that all the way around. Now I always send a little extra, and you can do anything with that you want. I suggest you keep it because that'll be cute on a shirt, you know, adding something to a shirt to embellish it. Then take your ribbon Fold it in half to find center. Start it at the center here, or lay it at the center here. It doesn't have to be exact. And stitch that down here. And what that's going to do is that's your tie to put it on Barbie. Take your Barbie skirt, put it on her in the front, wrap your ribbon around the top of your skirt. See how I cross it over? Bring it around the front. Turn your Barbie upside down because then your ties on your bow will be correct. Tie it around her waist. Uh-oh, bear paws. Okay, and then make your big bow a small bow. Now, when she stands up, you just kind of straighten and fix her skirt a little bit. And there is her wraparound Easter skirt. We have our Barbie's skirt made. I rather like it. I think it's cute on her, and for her body style, it's perfect. And now she needs a top. And what we're gonna do, we've done this before, and we will do it again. We're going to take a piece of ribbon and double it over and wrap it around her to see how large a piece we need, probably about that way. And then I cut this on an angle, like so. And you can see I buy ribbon and stuff when I find it on clearance because I know I'm going to be doing crafts. I am a budget queen. I can stretch $1 from here to Tuesday and back. Okay, so we have our piece of ribbon, and we're going to find the center and twist. Not once, but twice. Why twice? Because then you have the trim area equal on both sides or at the top. This is so simple. Ooh, her body style is going to make this a little harder. Okay, so we wrap that around and then we tie it in the back. And I'm only going to tie it once because it has the wire. Oh, this needs to go down. And then we pull this equal, pushing your wire down in the back so that it hangs down. And, whoop, peekaboo, she is ready for Easter. Hope it's hot near her. In your packet, you will find this cute little Easter bonnet, and we're going to put all the frills upon it. And if you don't know, that's a very old song about an Easter parade and an Easter bonnet, which you can look up. Okay, you're going to need glue of some sort. I am going to use, looking for the right side of the hat that I want in front. I think I want this in front. You're going to need glue of some sort, and I'm using a glue gun. You can use craft glue or Elmer's glue. I would highly recommend a paintbrush with that. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to start this ribbon like this, and we're going to bring it around a little more, gluing. If you're using craft glue, you're going to have it sit for 24 hours, or at least overnight, and work that around. And then we're going to stop and tie a little bitty Barbie bow in this itty bitty ribbon with my great big bear paws. They get worse as I age. Okay, and then we're gonna do the hat. Hopefully I've got this. I bet I have it upside down. What do you bet? Can I pull that with my big bear paws? Evidently not. Okay, let me start again. Making a bigger bunny ear. Take 2 bunny ears and wrap them around each other. Strangle the neck and you've got a bow. All right, here we go. And there we go. And then you pull it shorter and shorter and shorter. Tighten. Pull your ribbon around because you want it to hang down your little hat. And then that'll be the back of the hat. The bow will be the back. And then we have these cute little pom-poms that match her skirt. And we are just gonna put them on here. You can do this any which way you want. I'm gonna do it kind of like this. Well, not kind of, but like this. And that's the front of her hat. And then, because she is so fun, we're gonna put this little hat up on her hair, kind of forward and sideways. And there she has her Easter bonnet. I have 2 young men that are beginner crafters, so I try to have something for them in the craft packet also. So this month I found these really cool superheroes. I found these at Dollar Tree, and at first I thought they were, wow, that's bigger than the dolls we were working with. Actually, they're not. They're about the same size as a Ken doll. And so I needed a superhero cape for them, and I found this cute fabric. Oh, it was on clearance at Joann's. So I thought, well, I'll just make a cape out of that. Well, I took Ken's pattern for the cape that I showed on the Ken Clothing Hacks. And because this doll is wider through the shoulders, I made these areas wider so that when this cape hangs, it'll come around just like this one does. And we're going to do something a little different on it. I made my pattern and I marked it on the fabric for everybody to cut out around the neck. And then we're going to do something else. And I'm only going to mark one side. And the reason is we're going to fold it over so that they match. I'm taking a cup and I'm lining it up where it fits at the edges of the squared off area. And I'm going to take my pen and mark one side. Okay. So this is what you'll have in your craft packet. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut out the neck along the line. Just cut that out to the outside of the markings so that you don't have the pin mark after you sew the shoulders. Just like that. Now, to make these symmetrical, what we're going to do is we're going to fold that even. And it's only marked on one side. This side is not marked. Just one side is marked because I wanted to show you how to do this. And then you line the 2 up together and cut that out. Oops, stupid scissors. There we go. So now what you have is your cape that's ready at the neck. And we're going to sew, we're going to gather this up, we're going to gather this up, and then we're going to tighten those down so that it goes around his neck. This is our superhero's cape, which I think is real cute. And what we're going to do is, you can see I've done this side. We are turning this down. And with black thread, actually, it doesn't matter if you don't have black thread. Put your knot to the back, to the inside, to the wrong side, and just sew along And you're going to get this all the way down. Inside your packet, along with this cape, you had a little bit of grass included in that Ziploc in your little packet. That grass is for your egg chair that we're going to make. Okay, see how I have that all gathered? I'm going to pull it tight. I'm going to let that go out just a little bit. I'm going to make my knot. See, I'm trying to make it the same as this side, so I'm just showing you, you do each side the same. And then I'm going to get my knot on the inside. Once around, usually I go twice. I just do. I'm just kind of that personality. Okay, and then cut this off. Inside your packet, you will find a piece of Velcro that has sticky stuff on the back. They're like stickers. Always when using Velcro, put the hard side, look at my big bear paws, can't hardly get that off. Okay, there we go. Put the hard side on the outside of whatever you're putting it on. And then that might have gone there, but we'll see. And then the soft side goes on the inside of your fabric. Why is that? Well, because, especially if you were making this for you, you would want the soft side touching your skin, not this irritating your skin. So now we take our hero figure, who I just love. He looks so big, but actually he's the same size as Ken. So this superhero cape, whoops, my Velcro didn't hold. There we go. And there he is in a suit. Let's pull his hands out so he looks real tough in it. Isn't that cute? His superhero has a superhero's cape. One thing that's kind of hard to find, and when you do find them, they're, well, in my opinion, expensive, are Barbie chairs. So I had this Easter idea, and we will take the egg from your packet, and I'd probably just yank these apart, but we're going to cut these nice and easy. And we're going to cut that tab off. And hopefully it won't go flying across the room. Put your finger over it. And then we're going to turn it upside down like this and glue it. Now I'm going to use hot glue gun. And I'm going to do this up pretty good. I like a hot glue gun. They work really well for Barbie crafts, any kind of craft, and it dries strong and quickly. Okay, so there's our Barbie chair. Now what will we use for stuffing? I've got this Easter grass, and I'll bet you have some somewhere too. We're gonna pull a little out. Actually, there's a little bit in your packages. And we're going to place that in there. Oh, too much. You only need a tiny bit, huh? Put that in there to cushion the chair for Barbie. And it's not as easy as it looks. We're going to take Barbie and her little Easter outfit. Oh, that's sliding a little bit. Let's let that dry just a moment longer. Now, if you're using Elmer's glue or craft glue, I would let that dry at least overnight. Set it up, let it dry. All right, Barbie, let's give your little chair a look. So here is our Easter Barbie sitting on her Easter chair. If she were fully articulated, that is, if she bent more, this is what you would have. This is one of my articulated fashion dolls. Thank you for watching our Easter video. I hope you enjoyed our crafts. Happy Easter to you and yours. Please like and subscribe.